A patient and calculated train game that had some flying James shots all over the place. I'd say that op really kicked off the T side. It was really kind of the key piece of Avangar's success in the end, because for a while, I didn't know where that game was going to end up. Super back and forth, some close rounds, but through and through, Avangars.
And as flashy as the flying James shots were, they were so important. They won the first important rifle round of the T-half to begin with, and then near the end that we saw close the game out, he grabbed another one. And they were so good at pushing that 5v4 into a 5v3, and then minimal losses. And the fact that even though Valiance would come back and win 2 rounds meant that they were close to actually tying up, because Avangar did such a good job just using one op the whole time, because they did such a good job on the anti-ecos as well as the rifle rounds being careful. They had so much money to buy back into that op over and over again and get more chances for James to work.
And that is what leaves us on Inferno. Map number 2, the choice of Avangar. Just gonna get through the knife round before we kick this one off. You know, one of the asterisks next to the predictions on the desk was that Train would have been picked up by Valiance, that they could have continued to punish Avangar, who had a streak of losses on Train. But like you said, that streak has been broken, which means now Valiance are going to have to do what seems like the unthinkable, trading map wins with their opponents, despite it being their choice.
Yeah, and yeah, again, yeah, it's a lot of people would say they were heavily favored on Train, considering Avangar's past results and everything, but they just don't look that good in general. Just not having a great event for how far they've gotten, I would say, for Valiance. And Avangar look a little bit shaky too. I mean, I hope that this map, if they were able to win this, is a way for them to just shake off any of the extra nerves they may have, or just get a little bit more warmed up for the final, because that's going to be a pretty heated bout, no matter who goes up against Furia. Furia looks sharp, super sharp. And right now, on that last map, it seemed like there was too many flaws in either of the 2 teams playing right now to reasonably predict that they might be able to win against Furia. Which a part of Avangar is just thinking about that now. You know, they know it's not going to be easy to just knock out Valiance, but at the same time, their job's not done. Nope. They're getting to the finals. Maybe.
Inferno, folks, is where we find ourselves. So buckle up and get ready for what I can only imagine is going to be some pretty killer action. I never question like the utility usage of Valiance. That's always a key piece. You know, this team with structure and proper rotates. So I don't think they're going to be finding themselves, you know, empty-handed here on Inferno. But time will tell. So we begin. The Letney aggressive into the apps. He jumps past window, takes a smidgen of damage, and that was all just a quick little sprint to figure out what's up. Avangar, very patient.
They're calling the stop. I think they just want to maybe restart that round really quick. Hunter's just getting out of there. Might be restarting his PC. A quick reset is imminent, I think. Don't know what round. No big deal. Anyways. The other thing is that James, so good at opping. So good at opping on T side.
Yep.
And that's so hard to do. They are going to restart the game just really quickly. We didn't really do anything, so it's no big deal.
Actually, there was damage in apartments,
yeah,
so
like 15 HP. If you factor it into the rest of the round, you know how good that Avangar is. Every advantage matters.
Hunter standing up. Kovac blood.
Kovac.
Should resonate.
Sanji. Sanji blood. I bet if Sanji had a brother, he'd be good too.
Probably. Well, I mean, isn't that the whole thing, that in order to be a professional Counter-Strike player, you have to have an older brother who also played, or a family member of sorts?
Yup. Got to be introduced when you're 4 months old to watch your older brother play.
I think that's what Natu's doing with Ents. I guarantee you, the next person to join Ents as a team is just going to be one of Natu's offspring. He's like factory farming them at this point.
Can you imagine Sunny's face if one of Natu's kids beats him into an Ent spot?
The heartbreak. The tragedy. The DreamHack Open Trophy. It's sick being here in Rio, the first stop of the Open Circuit. We've got so many tournaments coming up this year. This is one of the fresh spots. Never before have we had a DreamHack Open here in Rio de Janeiro.
Yes.
And it's been a blast, man.
It has, and the fans are loving it. And they've been so awesome. They've actually been so loud. I honestly think this is the loudest DreamHack Open that I've been to.
I concur.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd agree.
They've been super loud.
All right, so we've rewound it, and Hunter's gonna do the exact same thing.
Like get tagged? Oh, what? I thought it was Groundhog Day.
Should have actually let him hit him just once.
Yeah, just a small advantage to make it even and fair.
Now it's fresh. Live, baby. Esperanto trying to get a headshot off the archway. Fitch flirting with the idea of rounding this corner, but if he were to do so, there's a whole lot of counter-terrorists ready for him. 4 CTs here on A. 0 pressure to the B site just yet, but once Nexus sees it, it could continue past him because there's 3 Ts, bomb included. And he's gonna put down that smoke. Fingers crossed they don't run through it, which they won't.
Yeah, smoke goes down early. Nexus doesn't really have a choice since his teammates aren't close enough yet. So they delay. It actually pulls 2 CTs the other way, who now might turn their attention back. I don't know. There's a lot of Ts here. Ah, no, it's a perfect bait. Valiance have a good setup now. 3 players in B, and Avangar coming right back to them. So good call out. And they've got no more utility. They're just going to throw that 1 smoke into CT spawn and then try to frag out.
Can't connect anything yet. I mean, the chip damage is all there. Finally, Esperanto's gonna put one to rest. But how about the rest? They're being drawn forward into Nexa. He strikes from new box, but only gets 1. It's Otto's turn. And dude, we are just trading back and forth. Bomb's been dropped in the process. Letting through the smoke gets a kill. That's crazy.
Yeah, the other player was running, so yeah, he tried to shoot at him. And
well, that's not nearly as crazy.
Right, not nearly as crazy. And James was pretty low, so you could say he deserved it. He might have deserved it. A good pistol round from Valiance. They clearly have a good read on the game. Even though Avangar on our screen looked like they were all moving back towards A, Valiance stayed strong on their B read. It might have been Nexus call. Like, I think they're going to come here after they go fake A. They were right about it. And Avangar once again lose the first pistol. They have a player and they don't spend much. No USP though this time for Esperanto.
They've lost all the pistol rounds, haven't they?
Did they lose the second pistol?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That's why I asked you. I thought you had the answers.
They definitely got ecoed after 1 though.
Right.
So
forget about it, because we're here on Inferno, and Avangar, again in the second round, just invest so little. You know, they find the money for P250s, but no one gets a flashbang. That really grinds my gears.
Buy a flashbang.
Flashbang makes a world of difference.
God flash.
Yeah. You know what would really help an apartments burst?
A flash.
Yeah. You know what might not help it?
Not having a flash?
Exactly. Or having just P250s, because here they come into the meat grinder. That's the sound that it makes as they just get chewed. Flesh from bone, Mo.
It sounded like Pudge eating porridge.
2-0. Valiance. Easy anti-eco, but that's, you know, not the issue they were worried about. It could be coming in the next round because we have AKs across the board.
Oh boy. No bomb plant, but no matter. Avangar happy to have just dropped that round for nothing. It was a good amount of money made for Valiance, but they don't upgrade anything. They're going to keep all of these SMGs. Just hot pickings here for Avangar. Oh, flash goes out. Some damage dealt to Hunter. Maybe took a headshot through the wall. Kind of a lot of damage for just that 1 bullet. No, that's actually pretty on point with just a chest shot. 2 players at A. Avangar quickly moved out for B control and fell back, but they know the CTs aren't there anymore. So they have the lay of the land. They can take their pick. What are Valiance going to do? Overstacking B one more time, maybe as a read, maybe just because they have the AUG at A, so it's kind of a 50-50 now. Or move back to B once again. No one here. See if they use any utility or if they just try to walk up and explode, but it is a trap. It's a trap.
2 piled up on the boxes. Esperanto's got a little verticality in his game plan. Sees the players coming in. Wild MP9 spray, good enough for 2. That's an assist for each of the players that were actually inside of the site, one of which has died.
Oh, good Molotovs, man. There's back-to-back Molotovs that worked out well. Smoke goes over. They probably want to go through this, though. Yeah.
They will.
This might actually help them, because the big flank is going to be pushed out of position. Nice MP9 spray. Or MP5, excuse me. The AK is not great. Runs out of bullets, too. And if he had a few more, maybe could have saved Sanji from dying to auto. And instead, Valiance win the round with basically just SMGs. A nice start for Valiance.
It's huge for them.
Maybe they do trade maps, Connor.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Maybe they do.
Sometimes you think that it be like it does, but it don't.
It really do be like that sometimes.
So we got that Raid Boss AK. Buster all the way down to $50 because he figures, listen, if I'm buying you an AK, then I'm getting myself a Deke. Smoking a flash. We praise the tidbits of utility. But you got to make the most of them because you only have one shot. Seems like apartments will be a part of the puzzle once more.
They could God flash it here. The chimney flash. More ubiquitous term. Grouped up in boiler. Nobody had arch to spot. Letney's in a good spot though. And Hunter moves in for the kill. Oh!
Damn.
Moves in to be killed.
Sanji sends him packing. And then Avangar bring it back to the base of Banana. They draw the rotate off of Valiance from the B site towards Arch. Fitch will take the place of Sanji, seeing as he has full HP.
This time it's not a good read.
Yeah, we got a big cohort of T's about to hit this B site. Who's in line? It's Nexa. With everything to do, he lays down that smoke just as they arrive. Great timing.
Yeah, and Letney goes ahead and spots mid, so now they know it's B. Behind a smoke. This is a great round from Valiance once again.
Looked like there was a very real opening for a moment with Avangar, but now...
Oh, wow, okay.
Esperanto. Gonna go ahead and spam smoke, picks up 2, really cutting down the numbers here of Avangar. You know, Kickert's thinking, I could just save. Buster did fully invest for him.
James probably does not want to save.
No.
So...
Armor and a P250, 8 seconds. Gonna try to fight the M4, drops bomb in the process. Kickert ready to save. 4-0 for Valiance. This is a great start to the CT side, but, you know, remember, they have the exact same thing going for them on train.
It's just Avangar needs to look a little bit sharper. Some nice rotates here coming out from Valiance. Smart rotations. It feels like Nexa knows exactly how safe he is on B when he's alone all the time. When to drop a smoke, when to call for help, when it's going to be, when he thinks it's going to be a hit there. I feel like he's making the calls just because he's usually the only one there to have that information. Doing a good job of reclaiming top mid, not respecting Avangar, searching out the different spots. And T's are up in alt, all up in alt. They don't have the bomb, but they're all stage up very close. Oh, that's a great flash. You know, very standard, but Hunter, oh, he'll have to take a fight. He does.
Falls back immediately. A couple of flashbangs meant to deter any commitment from this push.
Interesting.
They just hit the brakes. Bit of a pump fake, because remember, bomb's back in spawn.
This is huge. The CTs are scared to push down. They also don't feel like they need to, maybe, because Hunter got that kill. So James probably wants to backstab, help his teammates go back to B, but it doesn't seem like a kill's going his way.
Tries to fight off the flash, that helps. Esperanto gets the assist. Sanji responds with 1, and they don't know Kickert's still in here. They also haven't seen bomb. So there's gonna be a moment here at the base of Banana where it's Otto versus James. Not even. Oh man, what's up, James? Tries to join his dead teammates at the A site. You know, they want to die in unison, so it seems. And Nexa just takes it all on his own initiative.
What on earth is happening here? That was a super clean round from Valiance. They're juggling Avangar and not having any trouble with it. It's good that Avangar are calling a pause because they've just got to figure stuff out right now. They're getting called out. They're playing it pretty simple, clearing out everything map control-wise. And then as soon as they rocket back, Valiance are overstacking the correct site. They're making so much money on these rounds. And I guess Avangar just took a pause to talk about how they're going to spend money, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to buy up what they can. Buster will be able to afford just as 1 Molotov. James, smoke, maybe Molotov in his flash. And here's a round where they'll probably execute nice and early, which could be a nice change of pace. It feels like the map control, kind of the map control angle is not working out very well for Avangar.
They're trying to work meticulously. And it has not panned out. Now, deep flash for the push off Banana. Hunter's gonna try to get his eyes up. James just cowering in the corner, and I don't blame him. Tries to fire back with the AK, lines up the bodies, taking down 1. Nexa survives for now, but he's not gonna shy away from this, and Sanji's creating space over towards the A site. That leaves just Letney alone. Talk about a turnaround in form. He was getting bullied on Train, and right now he's 7-1, taking the initiatives, taking these fights, and taking the headshots with him. Smoke to the apartments will cut off bomb, and then he maintains lane. Oh, Letney, sick play.
Still in deep danger.
There's so much going on right now. You've got a player just getting into the library. Bomb's trying to push out Boiler. There's a flank on him. He's caught throwing nades. Sanji doubles back, but with a minute left, it's the Apps player that could really crack this open. Kickert finds himself on the scoreboard, and Nexa finds himself alone. Full utility, and also the element of surprise. But if they peek this at the very same time, he should be traded out, or does he get them both? No, he can't manage. Trade Train back and forth, and finally Avangar on the board.
You gotta credit Letney for bringing that all the way down to the last player. It seemed like a round easily that Avangar were going to take without dropping a guy. They lost the, they took out the first 2 players, and Letney, yeah, he just has so many things to deal with, right? Smoke here jumping up, the timing for James, the next player coming up. It was very unclear to him, I think, where those kills would happen, but he took a lot of good risks. Fluffs a shot on the chicken, but that doesn't. That doesn't tell us much. He's been playing well.
He gets an exchange utility here towards Banana. A missed Molotov.
Oof.
The roof! The roof!
The roof is on fire.
Auto, Lida, Nexa, and Auto. Easy kills. So, I mean, talking about a gun round, it's one that's already started to culminate into a clash. Can Sanji, can he get closer to this A site?
Yeah. Oh. Player spotted. No. Hunter back on the side. They go to clear.
Nice.
Ah, he's too good.
So good. Just dances between the pillar and the box, rocks their socks, and pushes James into solitary confinement, which is one of the worst forms of human torture.
Leaving somebody alone.
Yeah.
In darkness. I feel like James would thrive.
Yeah, he'd be all right in there. Be curling his hair and having a merry day. But this isn't fun for him because I feel like he's been left alone all too often. No matter how happy he may be to do it, it's not adding rounds to the board. So Avangar finally break through, Launders. We got a Molotov battle over towards Banana. And I gotta say, Valiance, they're coming out on top of the utility damage big time.
They look awesome.
At this point in the game, Avangar have not done a single point of utility damage.
Hey, important stat line there, especially with all the Banana plays that were going on.
Not one.
It's a big save. 40-second save here for James. It's a 1v4. He's so far away from the action. He's really relying on his teammates to get the kills, but it's like, where was the... What were they going to follow up on? I guess because Sanji got his kill so fast in Boiler, they didn't know if they were going to execute A in the first place. It's the second round in a row Sanji has gotten a kill from there, and they knew, I think, that one of the players was the pit player, but Hunter just goes too hard on the A site. So Avangar really have their work cut out for him. Mid is another buy behind James Op. It's a bit of a mixed buy. Not the best one in the world. Otto's alone in B, but he's also opping. Interesting to see they start out this way. Avangar will pay him no mind.
The old porch boost.
Can be spammed at no cost to you, but time in the round. Oh, do it.
No.
Come on.
Fitch too preoccupied with corners. Maybe once he has all the app control, he'll throw the Hail Mary. Try to spam Nexa, who seems all too comfortable here on the shingles.
Half the smoke time comes off, and Esperanto looks like he's going to refresh his own piece of utility there.
It's just a sick setup. Esperanto's got smoke prime, Nexa's up here for his contact, the player underneath playing counter flash.
Oh boy, where is the peaks?
Just donezo.
And it had to have at least one more player come up at the same time. That was one and then one. Yikes, man. This is so weird.
It's honestly just really disappointing so far.
Some sloppy executions.
Like, what's up? This is their map choice, and they seem dispatched. Buster and Sanji break back in, 25 seconds. Just seems so scared, and I don't blame them. Valiance are just hitting the nail on the head at the moment. Just don't die after time. That is a very real threat at the moment, especially with Hunter behind them.
You know what Hunter's good at?
Hunting.
Hunting. Being patient and waiting. And another round where the time bleeds off the clock and dictates the victor. 1 of 3.
2 of which in a row.
2 of which in a row, back to back. Good times. You could really just listen to the birds. Soak it in. 7-1 for Valiance. And what do you say, man? They both look so different now. Like, Avangar looked good last map. Valiance looked bad last map. This map, it's like, what exactly has changed?
I mean, like, I don't know. This just doesn't even seem like a regular game of Inferno.
Yeah,
where are my
true.
banana fights? Where's my utility damage?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there should be tons of utility damage.
This is not what I
True.
signed up for. But we'll continue on. We do have an op duel. That's kind of interesting here towards Banana. And there's also 5 players coming at auto. So how many does he kill, and how far can he fall back? Esperanto comes in from the sandbags. He's going to nail himself 2 headshots. That's a great flash assist from Nexa. He's the 3rd piece of this banana pie. Jame, though, lingers on. And he tries to jump spot another player, which there is. Nexa wants this bomb control, and it's going to cost him. But over Jame's shoulder is where a player burns to a crisp. And Jame, being left alone once more, falls right after.
Wow. They fight up to top banana with all their players. James, gets 3 kills at the least with his op, which is probably a better result than they expected. But they did buy somewhat behind that. Now they're going to go ahead for the full rifle buy. And I think you're right, man. Let's see some more utility damage, especially if they're going to go ahead and try to take banana. Valiants have thrown some stuff in response, but it's been relatively quiet otherwise. Hunter will now potentially sit in a Molotov, be forced into a fight. Are they going to flash for him, or is he going to fall back? It's a bank grenade into a good amount of damage.
So many players on B.
It's a BS though.
James like, nope. Kickert realizing he's been left to his own devices.
They're seeing all these nades go back and forth, so that's going to tell them that it's three on banana, which means mid could have been cracked open, but they didn't know that early on. They aren't really in position to take it. Once the nade dust has settled, they do go back to banana. They sit there. Now the bomb travels up alt mid. Sanji will escort him in the halls. Kickert gets that first kill. It's an opper.
That's a big one.
It's the opper.
They've actually been able to effectively split up Valiance for what seems like one of the first times ever. They will be working in a 4v2 if they collect themselves and leave an anchor on B, but it looks like 3 players will continue up banana, trying to buy maybe more of a rotation, but I mean, with 25 seconds left, it doesn't look like Valiance are going to fully bite down on this. Hunter's in a great spot to aid the pit player in Letney. Nexa, easy first kill. Buster's just fed to the wolves. Letney's waiting for this Apps player, just like Hunter. They have all their attention trained on it. It's tunnel vision. They're watching the same thing, and that's what enables Sanji, but Letney still drops bomb. 8 seconds, and they have to get up there. They can't. Based on time and time alone, Avangar have thrown this round away.
My God.
A 9th for Valiance.
Huge from Letney, man. Sick plays, dude. He's been doing good on the A site, roaming around. Hunter gets caught off. He needed to just not be able to be shot from lane. Even if they're both like tunnel vision on the wrong spot, he could have just been behind the box or something instead of out in the open like that. But yeah, Letney at least is there to clean up things. 120 ADRs almost. Super sick round and an aggressive start to this one, like the pace change here from Valiance. They kind of have earned the right to at least try this once.
So much damage. Hunter just throwing himself in there. Sanji and Buster on a sliver of health. Letney's getting curious here towards mid. Circumvent that op scope by staring at their shoes, or by just peeking straight into it and blowing his brains out.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
I would like to see Nexa put to the test. Yeah, let's do that. He's been sick on B, and he's still got a smoke. It's like the #1 thing. He's always had the smoke like late into the round. Able to throw it just in time. But Avangar is still curious, waiting for that push, something aggressive. For somebody to try to make a mistake. Letney's got kind of the perfect spot, lots of information.
Should find the flanker.
He will at least get that 1 flank kill.
So Nexa can still do this as a one-man show. Easy first one. Gonna put down the smoke, which could allow him to just work around the site. Flash is good. So blind, both these Ts. They regain vision, but now there's the flanker in position. Letney hits the backstab, kicker in the open, trades it back, but there it is from Nexa. Again, it's Valiance to the scoreboard, 10 rounds to 1.
Wow. Man, Dust 2 on the horizon. 10 rounds to 1. There's just no way I saw this happening. Crazy CT side so far from Valiance, but Avangar looks so dull. They're not doing much. They're getting called out on rotations. They're not hitting any shots that are particularly nice.
Like, can we confirm this is their map choice?
Right? You know, Fitch has only got 1 kill. Like, just not many kills in general for everybody.
Makes me wonder, like, man, if James didn't come to life and then some towards the end of Train, we'd be staring at 2-0 in the face. Look how confident they are. Look how hot they are as they trudge forward into alt.
Just a bunch of hot guys playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one. I was gonna say like a, you know, like a bunch of hot tamales, just bouncing around.
A couple of spicy tomatoes. Holy
Toledos. Otto's got a gap to work with. Smoke replenished. And Esperanto's ready to run in. So ready. But the smoke will fade first. 5 versus 3-man advantage on the site. Frag grenade bounces onto the feet of Buster. All these Ts at about 50 health, and they still have so much more work to do. Flashbang's perfect timing. Buster's down. Jane comes in from the coffins, but he's all alone, and it's way too much to ask for. An 11th for Valiance.
So much time to work with. Easy kills. Esperanto, the only man to die. Another retake is successful for Valiance. What can you say about that one?
Not much, except
not a whole lot.
Just Valiance through and through. Every single round.
Yeah, I mean, the spots weren't bad. They just made sure to get 2 kills before the retake even started.
And you know they're feeling themselves based on how aggro they've gotten in these last couple of rounds.
As they should. They should be, you know, it's hard to keep it fresh in the first place, especially you won so many rounds. So it's good to throw pepper in a couple of those aggressive plays. It also, as a team is getting more and more frustrated, maybe with each other, and maybe running dry on strats in the first place, you just start to put on the pressure even more. Just piss him off. Get him mad.
Letney's gonna wreck him. Sorry for the jinx. Here comes Hunter off the site. I meant Hunter's gonna wreck him.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
I misspoke. Otto, again, peeked wide around the corner, falls back slightly, fires the shot, lays down the Molotov. So he'll give away some map control, but he doesn't give away his life, and he doesn't take one with him either. 4v3.
2 smokes. Good mid-round back to A. Could be promising depending on where they go, but man, it's like if Letney dies, Hunter shows up, and the reverse is always true as well. Moto smoke is in. Are they going to use this to go alt? Working in somewhat solo. Hunter playing from the back at default. Nexa within the smoke as well. Bomb goes back to A. They're working on 3 choke points here.
They tried like something like this before, and it's like, man, so much pressure being put on that bomb carrier. It'd be great if he was near this A side at the moment, because maybe someone trades out on Hunter. Sanji's gonna try to cut off the player towards spawn, and it works. It actually works. Like you said, working on 3 fronts simultaneously. They lose the first, but win the other 2.
That was actually pretty cool. It could have failed for sure, but they pulled the rotate out of B.
Hunter's on for the ace.
He is. It is a 1v2. He's here just in time. He's moving quickly.
He is just sprinting through the jungle.
Oh, and he spotted one.
The Predator smells blood.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Hunter, 5 kills in the round.
Dude.
Keeping Valiance looking good.
He didn't walk for 1 second in that clutch.
Dude, he's just like, I've got this.
He pressed the scoreboard. He's like, oh, these two guys?
Like,
What, they got like half my kills in
listen,
total?
anybody at home right now, you open up a second tab on your browser.
That's the Avangar face right now.
Yeah, and
That's
you just
that'd be a perfect emote for Avangar.
you just
at the
YouTube
moment.
sprinting lions because
Okay.
that's what that was, man.
Right, chasing after like
Just-
gazelle.
Right, 100 kilometers an hour. Just sprints into the B side. I mean, he's flying through smoke. He's jumping through construction. He's like haphazardly cleaning corners like it's not even an issue.
I've never seen a clutch like that.
And then he runs down mid this round. Like, talk about disrespect. He only gets 1 kill for it, but at a 12-1 scoreline, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Because he selflessly drops a smoke for his teammate too and ends up dying. Could have just fought. And easily got back-to-back aces. Oh man, Augs are looking powerful right now. What is going on?
Bamboozled.
Alright, they get the ball back. That's big. And it was such a cool mid-round actually too last round from Avangar. Walked a banana, they relied on getting a kill on A to stir rotations. They do that, and then they end up doing some crazy split on B, but they still lose.
Lose a man there. Kicker not even worried about the arch side. How about Buster with a response ace? Give me some of that. Not even. Nexa gonna cut it close. 13-1 for Valiance on what is a near flawless CT side.
Unbelievable. I mean, the most one-sided map we saw was W7M versus Redemption.
Yes, 16-0.
16-0. But this is pretty damn close in terms of the context of the rounds.
Yeah, this series doesn't include the 241st ranked team in the world.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. And also, you know, this is versus the team that's up a map.
Wild turn of events. I can smell dust. And I don't mean the guy in the analyst.
Oh, okay.
Dust 2 around the corner. Because there's no way Avangar bring this back, right?
Decent shot onto Sanji. Jame low as well. They just got to buy what they can. No op here, not much utility, not much health, no buster, no hope. The words of Dazed. This is emo, dude.
Yeah, that it is. Utility damage soaring now for Valiance as well. 126 ADR on Hunter, 119 for Letney.
Yeah, that's sick. And they're both on the A site. And then, you know, you got Nexa, who's getting half the action over at B, still doing well. 85 DAR and playing super well with the smoke, which just his utility on top of hitting every shot. Now the mid-round towards A, but just barely any life remaining. One player, Fitch, who could maybe get an entry, and he gets killed to an op, of course.
I think one of the key pieces to this turnaround for Valiance
yeah,
is
one
just
more.
like the individual levels of Valiance have just kicked up a notch and then some. Like, this is some of the skill that we know these guys have, and Avangar's supposed to have it too, but Inferno, not looking great. We'll be back with the second half after a brief break.
This time you're not leaving, I quit. I can't help but laugh out loud, 'cause I left your sorry self like I did. I don't need to shut it down, 'cause this time you're not leaving, I quit. This time last year things were so good, but it quickly, oh so quickly went south. Lasted way longer than it probably should, but now I'm not trying to hold my mouth. Let me tell you, I can't help but laugh out loud, 'cause I left your sorry self like I did. I don't need to shout it out, 'cause this time you're not leaving, I quit.
14-1. Valiant taking a chunk out of Avangar on their very own map choice. This is not how things are supposed to unfold. This is not the way it's supposed to go, but it has. And now Valiants have a very real chance at push. I mean, not just very real. They have this push to a third map. There's no way, most certainly. But there's always a chance, so we've got to give them their opportunity. We have to, Launders. It's in the rule book.
Okay.
I'm ready for Dust 2, though. And what makes this so interesting is Dust 2 is the throw-up. That's the one we don't know what's going to happen. Sanji going to execute a couple heads. Letney, just one kill in this pistol. So
the comeback!
Not the 16-1, but Launders, don't you say that word. Don't you dare say it yet.
That was a pretty good pistol, man. I don't know.
It was good, yeah. It was nice headshots.
It was very crispy.
But where were those headshots in the first half? Because it wasn't like they were just outclassed entirely with strats or whatnot.
See, look, they're despondent all of a sudden.
Individual form just wasn't there from Avangar.
They have no hope. They think it's a comeback is going to happen. Me too, man. I think a comeback is going to happen. Hunter has a flash. That's not enough. James going aggro. See, they're confident, man. They're rearing to go. It's CT side magic.
I mean, no.
Accept it.
I'm not gonna.
They're coming back.
I'm not gonna say that C word until I see at least 10 rounds for Avangar.
Look, Buster has an AUG. It's round 2 of the second half. It's over. Oh, it's gonna be a flash. Okay.
Dead. These T's should all be just bagged. They have nothing, no flashbangs, but they do have an opening.
This guy got triple headshot glocked.
Wow. And the reload costs Hunter.
Man, Hunter's so good today. He's looking sick.
Yep.
Buster gets the 3-piece.
And
it's easy. They can't really, they're too scared to use SMGs probably after that first half, so.
I got to give props as well. Like, talk about a turnaround from Letney. Because on Train, I mean, most of the time it was because he was softened up by grenades almost every round.
Yeah.
But 21 and 8 currently. Like, he was solid on that CT side. And that was one of the players that we weren't necessarily looking to provide us, you know, some sort of a miraculous first half on an elimination map.
No, definitely not.
So he has dug deep and may dig deeper because he's got himself to the top of Banana with a kill onto Kicker quick.
Yeah, no support there for Kicker. Looks like Buster was actually going to rotate out back to A. Flash is a bit late. James now going to look for a pick. Don't know how aggro he's going to be. Oh, shot misses somehow. Drops the Molotov, but forfeits the site. Bomb plant incoming, and the CTs are pushed out of position. Already a very difficult retake situation as more utility soars their way. No reason to give up any more kills. They've got to work back into the site. Could be a quick one here for Valiance.
Just going to go ahead and call the save. So they are banking. They are banking on the 12-round overtime comeback.
I mean, yeah, I guess they've got to. It'd be a pretty crummy by next round. Maybe no chance for him to work back in. They could have potentially gone for it, but...
Once Fitch got that kill, I thought maybe.
Maybe.
But everybody else was still so far gone.
Matter of time, ultimately. I'm not feeling comfortable. So there it is, a quick turnaround into the second half. Although Avangar win the first and second round off the pistol, Valiance win the first rifle round and take that match point. Unreal scenes.
12 in a row. That's what the doctors ordered.
They have another chance with basically the same buy, so try not to lose your sole player at B without any support that early on, and then you have a pretty good chance. But a couple of good flashes, and netted themselves a missed off shot from James and a kill on Kicker. Definitely the MVP that round. Could be a good grenade. Nope. Just a bit off. They fall off. They've dodged it. Avangar spelled a lot of their utility early on, afraid of the top mid squeeze, and it seems like there's still potential for it. Sanji's up close with his MP9. There's an op in the back, but the shot missed. Oh, Sanji still gets the kill.
2 CTs up in the apartments as the terrorists are going to get hit from behind. Fitch finds the head turned, and Sanji's coming with another. So it is very much just Hunter. 1 frag for him, and another round for Avangar.
Yeah, not a bad one whatsoever. They could have, if they got that Halls pick, it could have been a different story. There's a shot miss from James, a rare sight to see. And at the top mid squeeze, the read was correct from Avangar to hold from that position. It'll be another buyout for Valiance, though, because they did do a good job on that last round with the bomb plant. 4 alive for them. Matching the save for Avangar. Run boost out to mid to look for a kill, and whoa, that's quite a bounce.
Kicker while Flash will take one to the dome. Fitch can trade him, though, with an additional kill. Good wall spam.
Nice, man.
Lines it up and knocks him down.
He does also have Buster in the back. They're going to go up towards Banana to follow up on these kills. But it is a clear rotation from Avangar to come to this side as well. Oh boy, they're coming in for the retake Flash.
Ready. No, gonna take that early damage. Otto also on the corner, falls into the Opera's hands. James doesn't want to repeat just yet, but knows Nexa's near. Do it. Missed shot, smoked off. But there's a player just behind him. That's Fitch, tucked away in the corner and ready for his kill. No bomb plant, 5 rounds for Avangar, and that bottomed out the cash for Valiance, so they're gonna have to let another couple slip by, possibly.
Sure, yeah. Heavy rotation back to B, and he didn't anticipate more would be within the site, so good early round here from Avangar, especially Fitch and I believe Buster to just be the second line of defense. But Fitch actually got all 3, so this be all pistols. No flashbang, unfortunately, and they just look like Avangar, yeah, drop the run boost. Not exactly necessary at this point. Valiance wait patiently at the bottom of mid. Will the 1D come in? Esperanto to the half wall.
He's good with this. Come on, bust him wide open. Nope, he's gonna run. Jump spot. And retreat.
Minute 5, no damage dealt. And Valiance are close. But they don't have a flash.
They do have a nice little collection of pistols. That's that smoke phase. They could challenge the site. And I mean, hell, if they can just land one good frag, then they only have a second defender to deal with. Buster's almost caught out into the open, but him and Kicker do it all. 4 frags for them. USP seals the deal. 15-6. I was gonna say 16, but not yet.
Not yet, not quite yet. Could happen at any moment. We'd never know. Tack called from Valiance. They're gonna talk about things. They've got 5K, 4K on Nexa. He goes ahead and buys an AK. Letney still has a decision to make, but he doesn't have armor, so you assume he's gonna have. Okay. He's gonna go ahead and get a rifle as well.
That's commitment. It's been I haven't seen a terrorist cosplay since DreamHack Tour of 2018.
Okay. What was it?
It was a CT and a T.
Oh, CT and a T. Cool.
I mean, specifically said cosplay.
That's true.
This one was pretty good.
Out of 10?
7.
7. Strong 7.
Yeah. Would have been an 8, but I saw flossing, so
unlucky.
Means he also plays Fortnite.
And what's wrong with that, Connor?
I done nothing at all.
Okay.
You know?
Auto's down to half. They called this pause to talk about this specific strategy. It's going to be a Halls pop. James not in a position to deal with it. It's actually a double arch setup. A lot of pressure on Sanji, and he is blind. Also, now he'll be spotted.
Seems real cool. Knife in the ground, dropping bomb, putting smoke down for him. And he's even repeaked into lane for a second kill, but eventually he dies. And it leaves it onto Nexa and Otto, both of which closer to the site. There has been a good bit of damage done to these CTs, and they've all been corralled on arch side.
The good plans, yeah.
Oh, it's raining flames.
It's a retake molly. They kind of use that early for no reason. Chance here for Nexa and Otto to bring this home. They could.
Looking to close it, but that's not going to help. Buster, quick headshot. Nexa doesn't want to expose himself to too many angles, but he also has to worry about the abs. Oh, but now he's really starting to fix it down.
Oh my god.
If only he gets that crisp headshot, but no sir. 7th for Avangar, and they continue on. They are not dead yet.
No, in fact.
Just battered and bruised.
Yes. They're worn, but not dead. That was close, man. James had 17 HP and an op on the 1v1 coming from lane. Next, I didn't know where he was, but that would have been a hard fight to win. Always a chance the bomb goes off as well. Here, Valiance are going to be buying up again into just rifles one more time. Why not? Hall's pop came close. They probably could have killed Sanji. But they were just a little bit better.
Yep.
Got to be better.
What's wrong with you? Still 8 more chances. Oy boy. Got flip Molotovs, smoke grenades, frags, and Jane in the face of Valiant. Oh!
Wow.
Dude.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
He knows his limit. Doesn't want to forfeit this 5v3.
They even dropped the Molotov. Tease came up. No one
Yeah.
spammed the car, the position he was standing in. No fear for him.
Smokes fade. We're going to have Valiance given a chance at a couple more duels. Oh, wow. Kicker not going to give away a chance. Excuse me.
I wonder if that was lined up or not. Looks so good for Kicker.
Where's the bomb? Nexus worked out from Boiler, so this was the open avenue that Avangar offered. Fitch keeps eyes towards Arch. That's exactly where Otto's at. Smokes off deep Arch side. That kind of creates a ruse as to whether someone pushes in, but Nexa, clean first headshot. If the T's can plant bomb, clear this site, and keep up HP, then they'll be all right, but great spam from Sanji. He's been a killer on this A site, whether it be from pit or inside the site itself, but Nexa, what are you made of?
A bomb plant, it looks like, which is something pretty good. Players move up fast, knowing you probably won't fake, and it's Buster to wrap all the way around on the site. So they do a lot for only having 2 players, but Avangar are just fine with that. They don't really mind. Another buy up here for Valiance. A lot of rifles in play. James got his op, and yeah, I don't think Valiance are worried about opping themselves. They're kind of committed to these rifle engagements. It's crazy how CT-sided this map has been.
What now, 7 CT rounds and 1 T round for Valiance? So far, near mirrored image of our first 15. Grenades do negligible damage.
Yeah, they go to the wrong side. Avangard's comfortable here on top banana fighting.
Deep Smoke's gonna cut off a couple.
Are they waiting for a stairs flash, maybe? Yeah, before they pop. Oh, it comes out. So does a late utility.
Wow,
oh my god.
He just screws over 2.5. Gets the assist as Kicker goes down. Buster looking for the 4th and final frag. Hunter gets his hands on an AK, but just as he picks it up, it's dropped back down. Look at that pile of carnage.
Yeah, there was a lot of rifles, but that did not look like it. Crazy. They used that utility perfectly. They had a feeling that it was going to be a re-aggression. They threw the late Molotov. They peeked with it. Buster was basically spamming through the Molotov. Oh, it was his teammate spamming through the wood basically the whole time. Kicker gets the assist on 2 players. And Avangar at 9 rounds.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't use the word comeback until Avangar had 10. So they're close, but no cigar. I mean, no cigar for anybody if we're going to have 2 14-1 halves.
Yeah.
Right? You go back to the drawing board.
Buster almost got isolated. This is kind of as good of a start as Valiance can ask for in this game. Sanji roaming around the A site. And seems like A is pretty well fortified right now. Valiance want a piece of this. Avangar would be happy to go ahead and fight.
Good flashbang, at least gets the shot out, so confirms there's someone in there. Then a hard peek from Sanji.
Oh.
Nice second headshot. Fitch is going to lock down the bomb site. Otto has to come in desperately with his op. 45 seconds in a 1v3. Doesn't hit Fitch first, but will clear James, then dies. Good thing he didn't kill Fitch with the first shot, or else that would have been a 1v1 and a bomb plant for free.
Avangar still just on final notice. Could lose the game at any moment. Have made one hell of a CT side comeback though so far. Making Valiance look like Valiance made them look in the first half somehow. It's crazy just to swing your confidence back that far, and all began with a pistol. 14-1/2, remember. This is insane. It's be a pretty traumatic way to exit the tournament if you're Valiance. Again, it's been all about banana for Avangar. They've just been successful over and over again. And here, yeah, you can go if you want to, but it's pretty clear to Avangar that this is coming their way. XQ will be through the smoke. Flash is good, though, and Fitch will fall back. Oh, and he gets caught off.
This could be the big opening Valiance would hope for in a round like this, but Kicker gets aggressive down Banana, punishes them, flanks behind, but 2 more kills for Valiance on this A site. And now, in all of the rounds that they've had a chance to close this game with, they have almost pulled it out of the hat with only their pistols.
Just that kill on Fitch and CT spawn.
Kickert's gonna come in from apartments. Jame up mid. Esperanto ready and waiting. Hits the headshot. And Valiance may have finally finished the unthinkable. After a 14-1 first half on CT side, it's taken them time, but how do you not close it with such an advantage? Jame, with everything to do, is taken down by Nexa, and yes sir, these teams trading each other's maps and forcing us to the decider where our analysts said we don't know what to expect. Dust 2. A key map for Avangar throughout their run at Katowice when they were making their name for themselves, most notably at the start of the year. Can they do it here versus what many would say are the underdogs?
It's a good question. I don't know. All I know is that this should not be your map pick. You've only got a CT side.
Right. Damn. Imagine that, folks. I'm sure you guys are just as boom-bazzled as we are. I'm a little surprised we're heading to a third, but that's exactly where we're going to find you. So don't go too far, and if you do, make sure you come back. We've got Dust 2 next to close our last semifinals.